so I'm trying out these paints. This was from the Amazon Prime. I got these for $16. They're the MeiLiang, not the ones with the glitter because I already had the glitter. Um, but that's what that looks like. I did swatch them all out in a little journal here, and they are very pretty. Um, so I thought I would just paint a little something something, and of course now I'm out of watercolor paper, but um, grab some here. I'll use my little journal here. They're very pretty and very bold and highly pigmented. So I got lots of stuff always going on my desk. So let's see here. Trying to see if this is working live-wise. Give that a little tweak there. I don't know. Whoops. So get that back. This is a little journal. You can see the size of my hand. It's not very big, but it's got really nice paper in it. And I'm just going to use some clips to hold my paper down and maybe just paint. I don't know. Don't really have a plan. Other than trying to get my camera to do things. So let's see here. I have these little bits of card. Isn't that a pretty color? So pretty. Yeah, I'll try that. So maybe just some loose. I don't know what my lighting's doing. Weird. Loose florals there. They're very creamy, and I just use one of these. You can get these cheaply on Amazon. It's a mister, and I just mist my watercolors, and that gets them a little bit wet so that it's not so hard to get color out of them. Okay, isn't that pretty color? Wow. And then while that's wet, you can drop in another color. So if you want like a purplish type of color, and then kind of let that wetness drag it places. Not that you have to, but it gives a little depth when you start to bring in a second color. I like watercoloring, but it's hard for me to wait for it to dry before doing the next thing, and then that's where my mistakes often occur. If you guys snagged any deals with their second attempt at Prime Day, I didn't really need a lot, so I didn't get a lot. Got some Christmas presents for the kids. All right, so I'll wait for a second here to do that inside bit there because otherwise it's going to run together. And then you can, it's got lots of nice greens in here. Really like this one. When it gets a little bit olivey, when there's a yellow undertone, and then there's some nice teals. But there are lots of great choices in this. It's not that expensive of a palette, regular price, but I have paint, obviously, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. Maybe I'll try some of this color. And they have the little names of it. For right now, I've got them stuck on a little piece of watercolor paper because I gotta mark them, but that was a thick stem, wasn't it? Gotta make it look like we did that on purpose. Could switch brushes. A little bit of a thinner one. Some tendrils and whatnot. nice bold colors there. It really is nice and bold. I'm going to try doing this arm. There we go. Is that better? I don't know. I have to look at it upside down. And then you can drop stuff in the middle. What to do? What to do? How about some ochre? Of course, I've got this little blob here to deal with. And then some darker brown. Sometimes it's fine, you know, to have it bleed in a little bit. Again, if I were just patient and let that dry. Well, where's the fun in that? Put little bits of darker things in here. And then maybe something brighter, like this lemon yellow. And round out without making too much of a mess. So it's a wet on wet technique is what that's called. Otherwise you paint and let it dry, and then you put a wet on it dry, which does some other things, but it's fine. It's whatever look you're going for. Let's see. Do some little blobby leaves up here. Try to be right on the point. What's nice about a round brush is you have that point that you can take advantage of and kind of drag some of that paint out of those. And then we're going to mimic that in another place. Let's see, maybe down here. Some baby leaves. And then we're going to mimic this color out there. If I can remember which one I did. Maybe in the form of a bud. Let's see. Where should we put it? We'll put something down here. A little bud thingy. Those are the botanical technical terms. And then something maybe that's going to open, and then we'll drop in some of that purple. Oops. If you get it right on the tip, it's fun to kind of see it flow. I want to say this is a Strathmore art journal, but I can't remember, and I went to go link it in a video and I couldn't find it, so I don't know. Story of my life. All right, so getting some greenery there. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to like it's peeking out beyond there. I love green. I love just about any color, really, but something about green is just so natural. And then I scan, or I don't scan them in, I take a good picture and clean them up a little bit, and then they make great patterns and clip art and whatnot. Really mess this stem up, but for example, this thick stem thing going on here. If I had gouache, you could take the gouache and that would, you could paint flowers over that and cover it up, but is what it is. I'm going to drop some more purple. Sort of lost the definition over on this side, which is fine. Let's see here, got a dry baby wipe. Try to get some of that color out of there. Let me go dry that. it's a little more dry anyways. And then you could go in with colored pencil, which I have a set here. I've got a bunch of little paintings drying, so it's the story of my life. And it does come, here's the box to this paint set. It's got this beautiful parrot on there, 36 colors. It does come with a swatch card that I will do eventually, but I was busy just diving in and making my own little swatches. What was I doing? Oh, color pencils. Let's see here. So you can start to add a little bit of shading and definition. You could use watercolor pencils. You could use Inktense pencils. Sometimes it's just nice to play with your different mediums because otherwise it's easy to neglect certain ones. I get on tangents of oil pastels for a couple weeks and then I'll switch to something else. I don't know. It's my personality. I've got paint on my black here. Just start to bring in some little definition where we had that smudgy thing going on. But it's a fun set of paints. When this video gets done and I get a chance to get up there and get some links underneath, I will link that set. Of course, it won't probably be $16, but you know, if you wait around long enough, it might go on sale again. Brown. But even, like I said, without the sale, it's a good deal. So the difference between this and like my Gansai Tambi, however you say that, is the others are a little more opaque. This is more of a watercolor. The other ones, the Japanese ones, I feel like they're like a watercolor with a tiniest hint of gouache going on type of idea. So yeah, but I like those as well. They're very pretty and I really like to use those. I don't know, but you get the idea. You can sort of bring the eye back out again since I have a blob. All right. I'll go for something a lot darker. We get the shadow in there. I love flowers, but in Michigan we just don't have a very long season for things. I mean, then you get the fall flowers like the mums and things, but I have some peonies and they're there for 2 seconds. They're so pretty. And then poof, the wind blows and they're gone. But I enjoy them when I have them. Blend that out a little bit. You could use some Gamsol to blend colored pencils out. And these are oil-based colored pencils. That's dry, so I'm going to go in with a smaller paintbrush and remind myself of the color here. A little shading. I have a little puddle in there. My green. You get the idea. But it's a nice little paint set, so I thought I'd just pop on and show that instead of doing a haul type idea, because I don't get giant hauls these days. Because I have 2 teenagers. We need food and clothing. So, yeah. So I thought I would just pop on and do that. I'll clean that up in the digital file. But anyways, if you're interested in that, I will get a link going as soon as I can get upstairs and get that done. And it's MeiLiang, I don't really know how to say that, but and that comes with this nice little water brush as well, which is always handy when you're traveling. You can fill that up with water and have a paintbrush to go. It's got plenty of space for mixing. Um, and the tin is nice, and you could, of course, when you're done with these paints, you can reuse this tin. And the little half pans come out, so they're like in little trays of 3, if that makes sense. But I think this piece might come out too. I haven't done it yet because I don't want to upset all the paints, but I feel like that also comes out. So so even for the tin alone, I mean, it's a great deal. And it's got the finger ring, so when you're holding that out there. So anyway, thought I would just share that with you. Thanks so much for spending some minutes with me today. Have a great day.